Good afternoon, everyone. Now let's proceed to the requirements for effective inventory management. First is a system to keep track of the inventory on hand and on order. What it means? It is a way to constantly know exactly what we have and what's coming. On hand, this is the stock currently sitting in our warehouse where it is ready to sell. And on order, this is the stock we've paid for, but the supplier hasn't delivered yet. So, an example, you may imagine our inventory system is a giant scoreboard for the warehouse. Every time a product is sold, the score goes down. And every time a new truck arrives, the score goes up. When this scoreboard, without this, we don't have this score. So next requirements is a reliable forecast of demand that includes an indication of possible forecast error. So it means that making a smart guess about how much customers will want to buy in the future. So we all know what is forecast is. So the forecast error is the amount by which our guess could be wrong. This is important because it tells how much extra we need to keep. Just we call the safety stock. So the example of this is a forecast is like a weather report for sales. We never know that the exact temperature today, so but we can guess. We use past sales to predict the future. If the weather report says 75 degrees, we add up 5 degrees, so we know that it could be as hot as 80 degrees. So inventory in the same, if we might sell 50 extra units, we need to order 50 extra units just in case. And next is knowledge of lead times and lead time variability. It means that we knowing exactly how long the time it takes to get the products from the supplier or to our warehouse. So lead time, the time being between hitting the send order button and the times arriving. Then the lead time variability, how much the delivery time changes. Sometimes it it takes 5 days or sometimes it takes 10 days. Then the example of this is you may think of this as pizza delivery time. If a pizza takes exactly 30 minutes, you know when to order. But what if the delivery time is 30 to 60 minutes? To avoid going hungry, you have to order a little earlier than 30 minutes. So, in case of you're slow that day. So, next requirements is reasonable estimates of inventory holding cost, ordering cost, and shortage costs. What it means is assigning accurate dollar amounts to all the costs related to the inventory. So holding cost, it is the cost to keep. The money spent keeping the product in the warehouse like the rent and electricity. While ordering cost is this is the cost to buy. The money spent to place the order like for shipping. And the shortage cost is the cost of running out, like the money lost when we run out of stock. So the example of this is the inventory in all about balancing the three budgets: the cost to store it, the cost to order it, and the cost of disappointing a customer. If we all know these numbers perfectly, we could use a formula to find the perfect amount to order every time to keep the total cost as low as possible. Now let's proceed to the last requirements. the classification system for inventory items. It means that not all items are treated equally. We need a system to focus our energy on the most valuable products. We include the ABCD classification. The top priority. It is a few items that account for most of the sales value. We count these daily and watch them closely. Like for example, expensive jewelry, company main best selling computer model. And in low priority, lots of items that account for every little sales value. We only count this once or twice a year. For example of this is the paper clips that cost $1 batteries. Um, in in the whole example as the classification system for inventory items, you may imagine your wallet. You don't spend the same time counting pennies as you're counting $50 bills. The ABCD system is your way of counting the $50 bills very carefully and not worrying too much about the pennies. So it lets us use to our time and resources efficiently.